What's up, world? I am the Nameless Gamer, and welcome back to Danganronpa. It's time to proceed with this class trial. And this is going to be an interesting one, because it's Genocide Jack. But it's also... Genocide Jack is like a split personality, an alternate personality of Toko. But if Toko didn't kill Chihiro, Genocide Jack did. But if Genocide Jack is part of Toko, do we really blame Toko? And if we do blame Toko, but she didn't, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting and probably kind of sad. Let me turn up the volume just a little bit, actually. That's better. So, is everyone ready to what? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. Monokuma knows, obviously. And just like that, just like I said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible! You're terrible! So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get the show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Ooh, sorry about that. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. It's not Toko, but it is, you know. I'm just gonna skip talking to all of them. I'm just gonna go for it. We have no choice, right? We have to do this. I have to sneeze again. Ooh, that's better.
It's true.
Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. One last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. Couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't keep speculating. Couldn't stop speculating. God damn, what has gotten into me today? The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated! Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're a rip raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well?
Let's get this show on the road.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. Yes. Okay, open e-handbook, truth bullets. Let me review the stuff on this case. Alright, hopefully that's enough. I'm gonna set skills, because lost in thought. Increases the time limit for each phase. Effective during the cast trial. Sure, why not? But if I need to cut some, that'll be the first to go. Melodious voice. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Yes. Oh, okay, it was already equipped. Vocabulary. Increases bullet capacity. Effective. Yes. And that's it. So we're good. I don't have to lose anything, and yeah, that's it. Alright. Class trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
You know how to do this.
So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
I imagine the trials are going to get more difficult. Like this time it was fairly obvious. They're going to get more difficult, and they're going to make me make some risky decisions.
Okay,
I'd imagine.
then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon.
First we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Here we go. Locker room dumbbell. Yes.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
Okay, space was how I slowed down time. I
It
forgot.
was a head wound.
Yes.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could
How about this? That should be right. No! You think you have some proof that contradicts what I said? And you think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in their statement somewhere. Okay, so it's not there.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No. Oh no, I missed!
Mistake. That certainly would make for
No.
a powerful weapon.
Fuck. It might be at the same time. There's something with a bloodstain on it. I know what it is, I just missed.
Fatal injury.
I need to remember to lead the
It appears
target.
It was a head wound.
According to
But the mouse moves on its own slightly, so it's a little hard to control. I'm not making excuses.
Blunt instrument could it have
I'm
been?
just saying
I bet it was an iron pipe.
that should get it. There we go. It almost missed
No,
again.
that's wrong.
Break!
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Of course, Kyoko would get
As
that.
far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yes! That's so creepy!
I mean, just a tiny bit, but it's also what you have to do.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
Genocide Jack.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Yep. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. He really killed Chihiro? Yes, we've been over this, Makoto. A new element has been added to non-stop debates. Yes. Lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles. There's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. If you shoot an actual remark with a silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget about the silencer, just focus on the situation in front of you. I set it to medium, whatever medium was, I don't remember. Yeah, the Genocide Jack case file.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure.
Yes.
Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Come on. Yes, I got it. I had to dodge the white noise. That was a close one. And I guessed correctly, so that's cool too. Break!
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
Fair enough, Bakuya.
More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail.
Yes, it does.
According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. Also, what happened to your voice?
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Well, he sounds oddly nervous.
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
I think the character started, which the word doesn't know. If I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body. How the victim was positioned.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
And now us.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
Yeah.
No fucking way!
Makes
You're
sense.
saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yeah.
Yes. In fact,
Yeah.
it's Toko.
Okay, thank you, Byakuya.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
What?
We'd already come to this conclusion.
Okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is
Yeah,
yes
he gets it.
and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. It means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. Which is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Hangman's Gambit. Oh shit, how did I do this one? Oh yeah, no. What do I have to spell? Shit, I'm gonna fail this. I don't remember how to play these. No. Yeah, I know. I forgot how to play Hangman's Gambit. Nobody leave me. No one wants to hear what I have to say. Oh no. I failed it. We appear that the one with the most votes is Makoto. Why is Makoto?
Is this
No!
really
Sorry, I was
for all
gonna
of
do that
us?
without reading it out loud. I'm sorry. I just... Yeah, but I don't remember. How do I play the Hangman's Gambit? Hold on, I'm gonna have to look it up because I can't really remember. Oh, I have a timer. I don't have time to look it up. Damn it. Okay. I have to spell a word. I'm just not sure.
I refuse to give up yet.
Riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. People, right? What do I have to spell? It has an H, but I don't know what word would have H. H-I. No. No. I haven't done S yet. Sorry, that was my brother. I don't know what... Fuck, I failed again! I don't know. Okay, I need to think more logically than I was. I was just trying to click things and go through it. I need to stop. I might have actually failed this, though. Who's the black end? Looks like the one with the most votes is Makoto, blah, blah, blah. Even though that really makes no sense. Unless it lets me try again.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Is it all over? Yeah. Okay, I need to just be more logical about
I
it.
refuse to give up yet.
Because I wasn't being logical enough. That was my problem. It starts with what? What did it start with? Can I still slow down time? H-I. Oh, it starts with S. It should be a vowel, I'd imagine, right? But oh, it is. Oh yes, schizophrenia. There we go. It's just trying to.
Now I understand.
It's trying to have me spell out the beginning of schizophrenia. I just couldn't get that for some
Is
reason.
it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Well, schizophrenia is a bit of a weird word, so I'm not too mad that I didn't get it right away. Sorry about that, guys.
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too.
I don't think that was in the file.
They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Byakuya told you that.
Okay, but still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko, her behavior changed.
I got it!
Started
You
talking
were
about Genocide
How
Jack.
she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine, yeah. Oh, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Yeah. She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. Weird is front to the back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of light. This is quite concerning. Blah blah blah.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yes. They're really using this animation for all it's worth. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Makes sense.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
Hold on a sec. I need to look at that. Ding. Give me a moment, guys. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that, but I'm back now.
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech,
Oh, no.
Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
No, it's not.
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Ooh, this is an interesting
What?
trial.
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Byakuya is a dick.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
Chihiro is dead. I couldn't keep her promise. Don't worry, I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
Yeah, but
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
wow, dude, you don't have to be so mean about it.
I
hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
I mean, he's right, but he's also a dick.
Person, you don't need.
Yeah, you. Sorry, Toko. Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Did he invite Genocide Jack out?
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping
Genocide
to see?
Jill, yeah, okay.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
This just took a twist. I
What the fuck is this?
wasn't actually expecting to see Genocide Jack.
What happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one small.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
I don't think they say that.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
It is that.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just
Yep.
like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie.
That's another baseball reference, which is oddly specific considering Leon.
Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Nope, Genocide Jack has nothing to do with why you're
Of
here.
course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid?
And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
I mean, it's hard to argue with him.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
No.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
No.
Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
And the secret was that Toko is Genocide Jill.
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of
But
herself
unfortunately,
exposed.
by preventing that side from being exposed, she exposed it herself. And again, like I said before, even if they reveal the secrets to the outside world, these guys are stuck in here forever. It doesn't matter if the outside world knows it.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
I don't know what to
Do
think
you
here.
really expect any of us to
Yeah.
believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe. Maybe she's really right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Okay, which one is this? Make your argument. Status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe
Nope.
it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
I don't know what that
What
means, but
more proofs
oops.
do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot at that when it comes around again. Looks remember Chihiro's body. That must have the answer. That should prove what he said isn't quite right. The extension cord
Sorry,
thing.
but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect
Also, I
any
thought
of us
right
to
click
believe
would
it?
have.
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, it's wrong.
Wrong, yeah, because they use scissors. Genocide Jack uses scissors.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
The scissors.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing
But that means
things.
even if she is innocent, which I'm still not positive she is, then we has to have just Genocide Jack running around with us the entire time? That's not good.
Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
I think it makes perfectly good
There
sense.
are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. The photos from the other Genocide Jack cases. Look at the neck and stump. Here you see a different. The victim's fatal injury.
I got it!
Because it's a cut instead of
For
a
one, the
bash.
cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method?
I mean, it would be, but this is also a very different circumstance than any
And
other
there's
killings.
One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking? So, are you saying the other difference has to do
Yeah.
with how the body was arranged?
I think it was related to how she was spent. The photos of the other, all the other victims were stabbed through the hands. Here you see a different. What was used to suspend her? It's the extension cord.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of
It's
rope
not rope.
hanging
We've already
out by her
discussed. It's
wrists.
extension cord. There's a plug on
What
it.
is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
The scissors.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
I mean,
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
do I know what it is? Think
My
about it.
word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
I don't remember a pattern.
Pattern.
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide active victims, and here didn't fit it. If you look at the names of every victim, you'll notice it. Cause was it a girl? No, that's not it. Was it no. If you watch Friends with Miss Morris, from me, it's like, why do I care? So them being friends doesn't matter. Yep. Okay, so that took a hit. Was Chihiro a girl? I thought there were some girls in there, but I guess that was it.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
I thought there were a couple girls in the the case file, but I could be wrong.
Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken Harada, Tetsuhiro, Shoji, Kano, Takahashi, Komatsuna, Takafumi, Uchida. Yeah, I guess they were all male names.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
That's weird.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the movie side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged man-madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Yep.
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles?
Again with the food.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
So then I suppose the other solution is, the other suspect is Byakuya, because he's the one who knows everything about the case. Oops.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
It's one of the two of them.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious
So she's not completely, she's like crazy, but she's not, she hasn't completely lost it. She still has an idea of how the world works.
That does make some amount of sense.
Yes.
Whatever reason.
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you
Oh.
couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Huh. I have a remote plugged in and I just bumped that by accident, so it skipped all those. I didn't realize I could play it with the remote. That's interesting. Can I open up my transcript? It does make a certain amount of sense. Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of the way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell? Maybe use the dumbbell. Okay, so there we go. Sorry, I didn't know I could play with the controller. That's interesting.
Don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors.
I don't know if they're that.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
All the girls had they had something, and that would have had scissors, but I don't remember what. Oh.
She's fully equipped. That's right. So I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you.
All right then.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question.
For a long time, I couldn't figure out how to tie knots either, to be honest.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous
Yeah,
villain really
I think she
be
is, and I
innocent?
think it's Byakuya.
The body really was suspended, right?
Nobody
And
but the police
knew about that.
and Byakuya.
That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
It is one person who could have copied the genocide Jack cases. And that's Byakuya, who is over here.
Here's my answer.
Yeah, I'm one step ahead of Makoto
Byakuya,
again.
It's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Yeah, it's him. Toko told him about Genocide Jack, so he set up a Genocide Jack copycat killing to set up a, to frame her. And she knew, and he knew about the mailbox where the old e-handbooks go, so he could have taken Sayaka's or Junko's to access the girls' locker room.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason we pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime
Yeah.
on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Probably when you said you'd want me to help you.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
They're suspicious. Yeah.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said
But we didn't know that
the
yet.
girls' locker room.
We didn't know who the
Nothing
victim was.
strange about that, I'd say.
No.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Yeah, we didn't know who
Okay,
Chihiro was.
then. What's so strange about it? Go ahead. Share with the rest of the class.
It was a clear contradiction what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added to non-stop debates. Absolutely, but next we're going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. What's the best time? Well, you just have to use your keen wits. Okay, so I have to use a flashback in this instance. And I have to hold left mouse button to do it. Make your argument. Monokuma file 2.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
Nope, I messed up. I didn't get it.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
Dude, shut up. Stop being so
You
weird.
absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a
Who
girl.
we didn't know. Oh, that is. Okay,
would
so I have
suggest
to,
we check the girls' locker room first.
Okay, I need
There
to
was no
skip
time
past
for
this.
pointless
And I have to
distractions.
memorize the first one.
What's so strange about that?
You wish you'd taken me with you.
Dude, shut up. Byakuya's comment. I realize there's a clear contradiction. I know what the contradiction is. I just failed to get it.
So, you said Byakuya
Before
was
we
acting
found the
kinda
body.
weird before we found the body.
There we
But
go.
he was acting weird...
How? If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it.
I get
That's a
that.
natural reaction for any guy.
Yeah, blah blah blah. We heard this
The
already.
victim was Chihiro.
But we didn't know that yet, bitch.
No, that's wrong.
And I figured that out really easily. That was an easy one, honestly.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Is it though?
But your reasoning is still too weak.
I've got a lot of things to back it up.
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. Got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with it.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is.
I'm trying to think of anything.
There is more to it.
Oh, thank you,
Think about
Kyoko.
it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
What kind of proof could it be?
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
In this case, another Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves... What could it be? Okay, it's another non-stop debate. Library desk lamp. Yeah, because...
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with...
An extension cord.
It was some kind of rope.
No.
Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
No, it wasn't.
then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Oh no, I hit the wrong
Somebody
button.
else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
The Byakuya did it isn't a rope. It wasn't a rope. I know. I know what it is. I'm just an idiot.
I never seen that rope before in my life.
No, you didn't. You used the extension cord and the library desk lamp, dude. Shut the hell up.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
It's an extension cord. We
Because
talked about
you
this.
see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you?
Yes.
And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like genocide.
I mean,
Jack
yeah,
behind
but
it.
the only problem is how you get into the girls'
Is
locker
that
room.
about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the
Yes,
killer.
but we need proof.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
What?
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Yes.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Unfortunately, we do, because we don't really have any way to back it up.
Decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, was that just now? Something's not right. Chihira's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room. Does that mean, can they just accept what Byakuya? Because the, blood was on the picture from the boys' locker room, and the carpets were switched. She was killed in the boys' locker room, and moved to the girls' locker room. No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. Scene of the crime.
I got it! You
Although I don't
say
know
you killed
how
Chihiro in the
Chihiro got
girls'
into the boys' locker room.
right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Dude, shut up.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room.
Yeah, but
There
the
is
carpets and the pictures were
absolutely
switched.
no question about how could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else.
Well, I think it's entirely possible
Yeah, it
that she
was.
was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder
Yeah,
scene?
the carpets in the picture.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying
Yeah, I
all
do,
that.
Byakuya.
I believe I do.
Did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been anywhere.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Easy. Evidence shows the murder took. There was something that was switched between the boys and girls' locker rooms. The locker room posters. Oh yeah, present is right
I
click.
got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel.
Someone had to
Don't you
actually
think
voice
that's
that
kind of
line.
strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake.
Doesn't matter. That's not the point.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And that wasn't all.
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed
But
away.
it hasn't been. No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved because the locker room carpet. Oh, yeah, present key item is right there. Duh, I did it again.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
Before I talked to you, actually.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
Yes.
But why would anyone do that?
To move the scene of the
To
crime.
move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible.
This is where Kyoko
Don't you
chimed
think?
in. Or not.
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body.
Yep.
By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
To make it seem like, because Genocide Jack was Toko, who's a girl, and it would make sense.
Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker
I'm not
room in the
100%
first
positive.
place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her
But
access
Leon's
to the girls' locker
handbook.
room. She had no way to get into the boys'
Leon's
locker
is
room to
busted.
begin.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, so do I.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know
Do
how
you?
she could have
Because
done
you've
it.
done nothing in these debates. Okay, gotta be careful. What do I have? The broken e-handbook.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah, I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer.
That is actually
after all.
possible.
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main
Yeah, he
hall.
knows about it.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
The Leon's handbook is busted.
No, it's wrong.
I don't know what this proves, but Leon's handbook is busted.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Except you're not silent because you're talking.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against
No.
using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one.
Yes.
In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Yep.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said.
It is
She
possible.
used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's
How did she get
handbook,
into the boys'
and
bathroom?
she didn't
Or locker
modify
room?
her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room.
There's got to be a way. I'm just not
So I guess
seeing
so.
it.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? She was killed in the girls' locker room. Bakuya is the one who did it. But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second.
Thank you, Kyoko. She must be like the ultimate detective or something.
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So,
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
what?
I'm not sure what it
What
is.
are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare it.
I didn't know that was even a thing.
Recess.
But also, Kyoko just totally manipulated Monokuma. That's interesting.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring, or I'll be very unhappy.
Are the doors to the locker rooms on the pool side not blocked
I
off?
have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. Where she took us was the locker room.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
Fumi, I get a very bad vibe from you.
No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
Okay, good, it isn't that way.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just...
Very well.
Thank
I'll
you,
do
someone
it.
had to.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one
Why
of
is...
the boys do
Why...
it.
What?
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Fair enough.
So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
What? Sakura's eyes were staring widely at Hiya's lifeless form, her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
Is what?
a boy.
Oh.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting.
Not something I would have seen coming until right there at the last second.
What?
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, now I'm really on fire! I wish I had
Shut up.
killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
And this is the post-editing Nameless Gamer, and that is where we're gonna leave the video. I'm sorry for splitting this into 2 parts again, but these class trials seem to take forever. This one, the full recording session, was 2 hours and 13 minutes, and I was not gonna upload that because that's ridiculously long. So I had to find a spot to break it in half, and this is it. But don't worry, the very next video in the timeline will be part 2 of this. So again, I'm sorry this is part 1, but it has to be like this. I think I found an alright spot to break it in half, but again, I apologize. So yeah, very next video will be part 2. Don't worry, we'll finish this class trial, but I was not gonna upload another 2-hour video. I did that before, and it was not that great. So yes, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed watching, and I hope you all have a very nice day. Thank you again, and goodbye, and we will finish this soon.